It's bad. It's
Well,
so
and
bad.
I think it leads into another question I wanted to ask, which is how many platforms is too many? And is there sort of like a right number for that, right? Because it's like, if are you doling out your content if it's the same thing that you're putting in so you're just trying to like shotgun it out there until something works,
Yeah.
or carefully curating, specifically targeting the algorithms in different on the different platforms, which requires a lot of training yourself and educating yourself on the systems and what's valuable, what works in one place and not in another. And is 5 platforms too many? Is 2 too few? Or is that personal?
I think it's personal. I think it's really just how much becomes too much and too overwhelming for you. You can also just because you have a presence on one platform, and as you're like, you were talking, going back to like the anchor kind of thing. If you have one that maybe works best for you and you spend the most time on that, that doesn't mean that you can't still pepper the other platforms with some of your stuff. Like for Llance, for instance, if he wants to focus on doing Twitter stuff because that's what's working for him, he could still cut down like little teasers of things that he does, or maybe even some of just like the best moments of stuff that doesn't really need like the huge setup. It's just funny and on its own, this 10 seconds and this 10 seconds, however he wanted to do it, and cut that up. And then through that Instagram post, plug his Twitter, like, and be like, here's the full stuff. Because although you're not going to see like a lot of people go over, because people don't like having a step in front of them, but it's going to be more than if you never plugged it ever. You know what I mean? So
That's true.
You got to shoot your shot.
I think it depends on like what you're interested in doing too. I've seen a lot of streamers, or I've seen a lot of people that started streaming, was full-time streaming, and have changed their interest to doing like more Instagram-based stuff, maybe more YouTube-based stuff. And I think I think the best way to do it though is like not to start out trying to do everything at once, but like along with the anchoring thing where it's like you do this and then you're like, while you're doing that, you're plugging another thing you're doing, right? And then like when that starts to build and that becomes a steady thing, then that's when you start to be like, oh, well, I'm going to start doing this third thing now, and then start to plug that as you go, instead of being like, hey guys, I'm going to start streaming. I'm also going to be putting videos on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter and Steam and all this kind of stuff. And then it's just like, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
That's fine for like at your end of your stream. And even me, when I do that, I don't like, just like, hey, there's all my crap in the chat. If you guys want to check it out, go for it. That to me seems a lot more engaging than being like, here's my Instagram, here's my Twitter. I do this all the time. Like I'll find myself sometimes doing that. I'm like, God, I don't even want to hear what I have to say right now. It just sounds stupid. So, I kind of just throw it out there. And if people want to check it out and they're interested in what I did on stream, great. For other stuff, I'm not like making Instagram stories saying like, hey, I'm live. And also, by the way, follow the Twitter. It's just bad. I try to
like
I'm never gonna be that
shout
guy.
out one thing, like one thing, be like, get them hooked to one thing and have that be a place where they can find other things. Like using like Twitter's pinned tweets is a great tool. So if you're streaming, be like, hey, follow me on Twitter. That's all you have to promote throughout the stream. They go to Twitter, they see all of your other stuff right there.
That's true too. I'm trying to get a little more creative and fluid with the design, the integrated design of a bunch of things, which I haven't really done yet, but I'm sort of working on it. So like, for instance, streaming for 6 hours, I'll take maybe 2 breaks or something. During the breaks, can I have my Instagram feed that shows up there so that people can actually see it while they're here? They can, without taking away from content that's being produced, without me having to ramble like an idiot, because I do when I'm trying to plug all my different, social media platforms and other platforms. Just have it sort of fluidly show up, where the people who are already engaged and already interested in what I do and who I am and whatever, just see the pretty pictures, just see some of my top tweets and maybe why they're valuable, things like that. I'm wondering like how much of that can be managed. Sort of more creatively.
I mean, during my intro, I have like highlight videos and in between a call to action. Like it would be like a 10-second thing where it's like, follow me here. Plays the highlight. You can also check out content here. Plays the highlight. So it's not like in the middle of the stream, every 10 minutes, follow me here, follow me there, go there, find me there.
I've been doing more and more of, and this has happened before with other streamers doing this, but just since I do have that YouTube content with edited videos and stuff, whenever I think I'm going to get up and like maybe take the dog out and do stuff, it might be like a 5 or 10 minute break. I'll just put on a YouTube video that has highlights of everything, even if it's not necessarily Twitch content. It's also, just YouTube stuff. One, it keeps people there rather than just an empty chair and music. It keeps them engaged in it, and it really does work. Like a lot of people get invested in the. I'll be back, and I'll be like, all right, do you guys want me to finish at? You want me to turn off the video? They're like, no, I want to see the ad. I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah,
fine.
no, we're watching that, Dad.
That's good.
Don't change the channel.
Things like that. I've also, I want to experiment with doing like ads, fake ads for everything.
That's what I'm working on too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then those become real ads, and they can't tell the difference.
I like that.
But in the style of like, kind of, I've always liked the Wayne's World style of promoting things, where it's like new print, tiny, orange, different. You know, where it's very obviously plugging something, but it's just unabashedly like doing
Dude, to that exact same point, one of the dudes who does graphics for me has literally taken some of those Wayne's World like Reebok and Pizza Hut advertisements and just replaced it with my stuff, like in the GIFs and images. So like we're even playing with Wayne's World's own commentary on the thing by using their imagery and swapping this stuff around. I'm totally with you. I love that kind of stuff. And I find it to be really appealing when you have like a comedic bent to your stream. It's like the irony, everybody's about it. They're like, oh, that's hilarious. And I will check it out, even though I know that I'm just part of the corporate commercialist system.
People know it's an ad, but if there's some value there that's, able to lift that content up so it's not just an ad, then great, awesome, cool. People also, I feel like, can respect the fact that like, hey, you made an ad kind of funny. Maybe I'll check the thing out.
Yeah.